Okay, so you wake up this morning, check your bank account, and everything looks fine. Nothing suspicious. No big purchases. Just the usual stuff, right? But here's what's actually happening. Every single month, there's this small charge. Maybe it's $37. Could be 42. Could be 29. It's so small that your brain literally just skips over it. You don't even register it anymore. And that tiny, invisible charge? It's not just costing you $37 a month. It's costing you over $50,000. And I'm gonna show you exactly how. My name is Tom, and I spend way too much time thinking about the small money leaks that destroy people's financial futures. If you're someone who feels like you're doing everything right, but your savings account still isn't growing the way it should, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, if this helps you out. So look, here's the thing. According to a study from CR Research, the average American spends about $219 per month on subscription services. But here's what's wild. When researchers asked people to estimate how much they spend on subscriptions, they guessed $86. That's it, 86. They were off by $133 every single month. Now, you might be thinking, Tom, I'm not that person. I know exactly what I'm subscribed to. And look, maybe you do. But the same study found that 42% of consumers admitted they're still paying for services they stopped using. They literally forgot to cancel. And 74% of people said, it's easy to forget about recurring monthly charges. 74%. This is where it gets really interesting. Companies know this. They're not stupid. They design their entire business model around the fact that you'll forget. That's why everything is auto pay. That's why canceling requires 17 clicks and a phone call. And your firstborn child. They're betting on your inaction. Let me break down the actual numbers here, because this is the part that changed how I think about subscriptions entirely. Let's say you have one subscription you're not really using. Maybe it's a streaming service you signed up for to watch one show 8 months ago. Maybe it's a gym membership you swore you'd use in January. Maybe it's a premium app you downloaded and forgot existed. Whatever it is, let's say it's $37 a month. Pretty average, right? $37 times 12 months. That's $444 a year. Okay, not great, but not devastating either. Most people stop the math right there. But here's what most people don't realize. That money has a future value. If you took that $37 every month and invested it in a simple index fund, historically returning around 7% annually after inflation, here's what happens. After 10 years, that $37 a month becomes about $6,400. After 20 years, you're looking at around $19,000. And after 30 years? Over $50,000. From $37 a month. This isn't magic. It's just compound interest doing what compound interest does. Einstein allegedly called it the eighth wonder of the world. And whether or not he actually said that, the math doesn't lie. Now, why don't we cancel these things? This is the part that really frustrates me because it's not about intelligence. It's about how our brains are wired. First, there's something called the status quo bias. Our brains prefer to keep things the way they are. Canceling requires action. Keeping a subscription requires nothing, so we do nothing. Second, there's mental accounting. $37 feels like pocket change. When you're looking at your total monthly expenses, it doesn't register as significant. But over time, it's massive. Third, and this is the sneaky one, there's the sunk cost fallacy mixed with optimism. You think, well, I've already been paying for this, and I might use it next month. You've been saying that for 11 months. You're not going to use it next month. And finally, companies deliberately make cancellation difficult. They add friction. They offer discounts. They hide the cancel button. They know that every extra step they add means a certain percentage of people will just give up and keep paying. So what do you actually do about this? Here's the process I use, and it takes about 30 minutes once a quarter. Step 1. Pull up your bank statements and credit card statements from the last 3 months. Every single recurring charge, write it down. Don't trust your memory. Your memory is why you're in this situation. Step 2. For each subscription, ask yourself one question. Have I used this in the last 30 days? Not will I use it or might I use it. Have you actually used it? If the answer is no, it goes on the cancel list. Step 3. Calculate the annual cost of everything on your cancel list. When you see $300 or $500 or $800 as one number, it hits different than seeing $24.99 here and $14.99 there. Step 4. Actually cancel. Right now. not tomorrow, not this weekend, now. Because if you close this video and tell yourself you'll do it later, the research says you probably won't. 42% of people are still paying for stuff they don't use. Don't be part of that 42%. Here's the mental shift that really changed things for me. Stop thinking about subscriptions as monthly costs. Start thinking about them as what they're costing you over your lifetime. Every $37 subscription isn't $37. It's potentially $50,000 in retirement money. Every $100 subscription bundle isn't $100 a month. It's potentially $150,000 over 30 years. When you frame it that way, suddenly you become a lot more selective about what's actually worth subscribing to. And look, I'm not saying cancel everything and live like a monk. Some subscriptions are genuinely valuable. If you use Netflix every day, it's probably worth it. If your gym membership actually gets you to the gym, keep it. The goal isn't to spend $0 on subscriptions. The goal is to only pay for things that actually add value to your life. So here's what I want you to do. After this video, before you click on whatever YouTube's about to recommend, take 10 minutes. Just 10. Pull up your bank statement and find one subscription you forgot you had, or haven't used in the last month. Cancel it. Just one. Because here's the thing. That one subscription could be the difference between retiring at 65 and retiring at 62. That one subscription could be a vacation fund. That one subscription could be the start of your kids' college fund. Small money, managed well over time, becomes life-changing money. And if this helped you see your subscriptions differently, hit that subscribe button because I put out videos every week about the money mistakes that nobody talks about but everybody makes. Drop a comment below and tell me what subscription you just realized you need to cancel. I'll see you in the next one.